depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life, because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Disclaimer. More FM Limited, its owners and associates, accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercially booked segment as the truth. That you have to judge for yourself. We, however, reserve the right to question statements made. But in this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and corruption, it is sometimes hard to get the truth. But we must try. It is not our intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe it is our constitutional right to free speech, to voice our opinion, and our duty to the population and country to expose the truth. More FM Limited takes no responsibility for the opinions of others.
with us, and what can stand against? And if our God is is for us, then who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us, then what can stand against? Stand against. Our God is greater, our God is stronger. God, you are higher than any other. Our God is healer, awesome in power. Our God, our God. Our God is greater, our God is stronger. God, you are higher than any other. Our God is healer, awesome in power. Our God, our God. And if our God is for us, then who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us, then what can stand against? And if our God is for us, then who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us, then what can stand against? Stand against.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Time check. It's at 34 minutes past your 6 o'clock. Hey, listen to the Gong Report. You're shooting the Pitbull of Radio, Lennox Smith. In studio. And I must say a pleasant good morning to those of you that are locked on to us on Real Media TT on Facebook, Real Media TT on YouTube. A pleasant good morning to each and every one of you. Good morning to all maxi taxi drivers, P8 drivers, bus drivers, truckers, panel van, all transportation or transport that give us the opportunity to be in your vehicles. A pleasant good morning to you. Not forgetting our sister Isle Tobago. Good morning to you, Tobago. Good morning to all loyal listeners, callers, to all senior citizens, the physically challenged disabled people. A pleasant good morning to you. Senior citizens, good morning. All loyal listeners, callers, well-wishers. Supporters, hey, all critics, all haters, to their own selves, a pleasant good morning to you. Where there is a will, there is a way. We can't continue to hate ourselves and expect ourselves to do good. And hating ourselves is based on the decisions we make that affects all of us, including yourself. Like the decision we are making to keep the PNM in power. That's a bad decision. That's you hating yourself. That's you hating your children, your grandchildren. You hate yourself. How? All right, let me start with you, the senior citizens. How much all again, all the medication? How much time when all go to the hospital, all they can get no medication at the private, at the public pharmacy, at the hospital dispensary and them? How much all your surgery and it get pushed off for whatever dates and this date and that date and all them kind of different dates? How much all? How much all is heart patients? How much all your family members are waiting on various wards outside to be bedded to do surgery and all them things? I must say a pleasant good morning to Small Dread. Good morning to you. Think about it. Hate yourself. How much all they get pension raised since Kamala left? Not a raise under this government. How much all they will say, well, they can't raise we pension because it have no money. It must have no money. After the thieving it out, spending it out, wasting it out, 3-point-something billion unaccounted for, all various type of loans and all those various things, and you can't get a raise? How much all the workers now get only 4%? How much all they get only back pay? So I'm giving only example of voting against yourself, hating your own self. And how much are all your workers, if it is, all your family member, brother, sister, anybody, owing all their money, all they will take out, all they will get on real bad for all their money. Tell all they will stop talk to all their siblings for all their money. The government, the PNM government owing all you. How will they stop and talk to them? Why all you will continue to still vote for them and the all you? But you go stop talking to your family member. You go want to fight with your family member. But the PNM government own you. And you're quiet like a lamb. Make a choice. It's better you fight the government than you fight your own family members. And I make that example to show you how each and every one of you all continue to hurt yourself. And the hurt you're hurting yourself, bringing problems to your own lives and livelihoods. So think about it. Today's Friday. After Friday, well, they say, well, Labor Day. They say people ain't come out. So what we go say? Most important mornings. A good morning to all patriots, stakeholders, Trinbagonians. People that will put their God and their family first before race, religion, and politics. Anytime a phone ringing so early, it had to be something. Let me hear. Call back. Where was that? All they hearing me out there? Somebody might be. Let me peep at my cell phone to us. Somebody was now ringing the. Yeah, what I go do? So I go know if everything up and running and thing. The lines are open. Today is Friday. What's on your front burner? Let me hear if it was some complaint day. Morning.
Morning, Andy. Morning.
Morning. You hearing me loud and clear?
Loud and clear, man. And I want to add, how much people cannot get $1 US in the bank and paying taxes in this country? How much people in this country that get up in the morning and wonder if anything missing in the yard, if they kill Uncle John, Uncle Henry? How much people? We continue.
Nice. I like you all. Lennox, just give me a quick 5 minutes. Let the people give this editorial this morning on what I mean by hating yourself, vote against yourself. And I start the example, and this brother here come and polish up. He say 2-3 things. Let me see what else. How much of them? Go ahead. Morning caller. Tell me.
Morning, Andy.
Yes. You finish up the editorial. Let me hear. How much people? What else?
Listen now, let me tell all you something. The Minister of Health come on the TV last night and talking about mosquito bites. He said you had to spray around your house. Let me let him know something. It's from the Potterstone General Hospital, the mosquito is big. Because when you get your number and say to go and sit down until your number call to go and get your medication, mosquito coming out from under the chairs, left and right biting you. Imagine I had on a plastic pants and the mosquito biting the plastic pants. So when he checking, the corruption is the mosquito. And I wouldn't say it's mosquito, you know. That is a dragonfly. And it's under this regime that could happen. Or you send out all the mosquitoes to bite people and telling you now malaria out. Check the hospital, take all your spray, one spray all the hospital under the desk. And people all you know deep down to all yourself. Because all you do and all you know the mosquitoes there. So call the station and tell them it is true. What I am saying today.
Nice. So she's saying it have mosquitoes in the hospital, but they're talking about malaria, they're talking about various. It's like it's easy now. She said the PNM send the mosquito in the hospitals. No, well. Oh God, all right. What they do is they need to spray out the hospitals, as you say, yes? Let me continue the lines again. Only continue the editorial. You all continue with it. What I mean by people not liking themselves, that they like the PNM government more than they like their family members, more than they like to be able to go to the hospital and get their surgeries on time, get the diagnosis of their problems on time, go to the public pharmacy and get your medicine. Heart patients, that times all they run out, all they pay 2,000 something for their monthly supply, all they want that. Some all they sickly, all they going by the hospital, all they waiting outside to be warded. 5, 6 all here. That's why I'm talking about voting against all themselves, you know. Potholes, all they be paying for mechanic and buying back parts. Rainy season coming, all they going and get flood out, and all they not going to get nothing. Hopefully the stove and the fridge and the electrical things ain't get damaged. School opening, not a book grant, but $3 billion something missing. And nothing is put in place like what was put in place under the UNC Kamala Prasad regime, where they used to make sure the textbooks is provided, because that is the money. We just had was a look for the pencils and the rulers and the copybooks, the school shoes, the school uniform, the school bag, and yet still we still had a hustle to get the school something, because the school never had nothing. Although our government does allocate money for the schools every year, them never had nothing. Them ain't nothing. Imagine the schools had to hustle just like all of we now. But all you know what I'm saying, how much all your farmers seeing better times, but yet still voting PNM? What said these workers, the working class, public servants, they're spitting on their face with a 4%. There's plenty of them never get the 4% yet. And on top of that, all they kinds of get back pay, but all they see no all their money disappearing. Or the general saying how much are billions of dollars unaccounted for, but yet still all they voting PNM. The refinery, the petrochemical come and close down. All they in Indian walk. How much all they was working there? How much are all they used to get the spoils of a refinery and the petrochemical opening up or being open? Think about it. But yet still all they lost all their work. Some all they lost all their house paying mortgage because they wrap up the company. Some all they working car wash. Some all they working taxi. Some all they catching all their aunt, uncle and nenen. PNM destroy all you. But the decisions they make, but yet still all they going to vote PNM. I'm telling all they don't like all they self. What's our next thing? When Petrochin closed down, it had the Augustine Long Hospital. It had a proper medical health care plan for all their workers. That's still going to vote PNM. That come and crash. Plenty all you sick. All they can't get proper to see proper a proper medical institute with the insurance or the plans that you all had. Then it send all the surgical at a point in time. I know all is. Now all you have to face is Natural General Hospital, San Fernando General Hospital, Port of Spain, Mount Hope. All you have to be in all a Grande. All them hospital all you have to be in now, 0.14. When all you had a proper medical plan. All you lost all of that, boy. But yet still, all you could vote for PNM, boy. People that destroy all you. All you continue to support the destroyers of all yourselves, of you all. I want to continue this editorial. Let me hear you, the people, continue this editorial on how people continue to support people that destroying them. All the pensioners, all the reach all the 65. All they waiting 6 months, 1 year, all they can't get all their money. Landlord paying out all you. All your line? Let me hear how brilliant you all out there are. Morning caller.
Good morning, the ground report. Andy?
Go ahead, Mr. Tunapuna.
All right, let me tell you something.
Finish the editorial from me, let me hear it.
One of the main concerns I have, really, is with this thing, with this deal that Keith Rowley trying to sell the Petrotrin refinery to this Indian businessman who had to say that, is it fraud and corruption and what have you. And one of the main things they say, well, I just put it plain, I don't hide put water in my mouth. In the Asian continent, bribe is a number one thing that they just pay. All them countries in Asia and whatnot and things. And therefore, it leaves me with suspicion whether Keith Rowley, was there a bribe paid? I'm asking a question, I'm not accusing you, because there are so much things that take place in this country under fictitious transaction, clause of secrecy and all this kind of thing. And I want to suspect that the probably bribe has been paid. But I want to make my main delivery this, Andy. I listen to this dotish idiot that we have as a Minister of Education. In fact, our whole education system has collapsed. And this woman blaming the UNC government, saying that what? They left a lot of incomplete schools, they own contractors and what others. Oh my, how the hell if they're not in power?
But they closed down the education facility center.
Right,
not to pay people, they wind up the company. Lennox Smith always talking about it.
You pay the contractors, and you close down the company, you find a way to close it down so you wouldn't pay the contractor. But the point I'm making to you, Andy, our education system is in a crisis. Kamala Prasad's says that the UNC saw it fit to build schools to facilitate, because the population is growing and you have so much children and who need to go to school and whatnot. And they decide to build schools. The fact remains that the PNM people, supporters, and the big country by extension, voted out the UNC government. So therefore, how the hell the schools must be left hung up? And therefore, they still will be own contractors because they're not in government. If they were there, they would have completed the school, pay the contractors and whatnot. But the people voted them out. They voted all your PNM to do it. They say all they take care, all they care, and everything and whatnot. One would have expected that all they would have moved vigorously to complete the schools, which was started by the UNC, and to pay the contractors and whatnot. But to show you how wicked and evil them is, they rather complete the schools and to put a blame and say that they owe in the contractors and what have you think. Andy, I mean, it is ridiculous. And this is supposed to be the Minister of Education in this country. How much schools they build since they come into office there? Thank God the Kamala and them that build these schools that they had to complete so that it will accommodate our school, our children and whatnot. But you know, they look to find a way, and whether they will spend the money and squander it and thief it in every possible way, and not to complete the school to them and to blame Kamala and them. So
thank you so much. And you're so right. Next caller. Go ahead, caller.
Pleasant good morning to Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Mikey K, and Trinidad and Tobago. Andy, I want to give you an update on the Toko issue.
Yes.
Now, based on information, the guy who was purporting to have a deed for the land, Mr. Porter, he's dead. In addition to that, it is alleged, and I'm still working on that information, the gentleman who did the development across the road to the beach, Mr. Fifi, the contractor, that person went with the same porter who is now dead to TNTEC in Grandy, and some monies was passed so that the electricity was cut on the beach. Because Mr. Terry Rondon said that these people on the beach got the electricity and water legally when he was the chairman of the corporation, and if he had to do it, he'll do it all over again. So based on the information, as I said, it is alleged that that is what took place, because we asked TNTEC to show us. They are saying that someone came with a deed and saying the land is theirs. And up to now, we have not seen any deed or any copy of that same deed saying the same. That is why we hired a lawyer to work for us. because that was done high-handedly because of the financiers. Because the plan was to try to run people out the beach based on not having electricity because you cannot do commerce. However, as I told the people, remain there because you are years there. Don't vacate your place. Come and do your business as normal. Whatever you have to do, do it. Because it was a strategy by the government. I would say by the government because the buck stops with them. And they know exactly that was done where Terry Rondon were there. So that is the update on the Toko issue, Mr. Williams.
Nice. And on that issue, I would like to again tell the people of Tokos and the Grande Valencia, all the way out will never be Monroe and the PNM. Monroe knows about this Toko Beach issue with the electricity not now, long time. And lucky have continued to ignore poor people. You all want the opportunity to be able to get back your commerce or get a proper development structure within there. All I can say is support Andy for Grande. I wouldn't let you all down. Remember, I tell you all that. Morning caller, where are you calling from? What's your contribution in the Gong Report this morning?
Good morning, Andy. Good morning to you, Mikey, Lennox, Newbie, and to everybody out there. Andy, I don't know what was wrong with the program yesterday. After 8 o'clock, it just freeze. And all the movements that we were seeing, yes, couldn't get the program. All the movements that we were seeing is you, like your head twitching mosquitoes. You understand? I was, but thank God you all are there this morning, right? And I hope that we get the whole morning program. The first thing I want to say this morning is I'm going to ask a question. Where is Jack Warner? Mr. Warner, we need you. I don't care who agree with me or who don't agree with me. Mr. Warner, we need you, right? We need you to come back on board to help with this situation in this country, right? We can, regardless of what anybody say.
Talk, Miss Santa Cruz. Talk, girl, talk.
Regardless of what anybody say, we don't need this one. We don't need that one. We need the help. We need it, right? Because we are seeing, Andy, UNC, now we know that part of Indian work lingua is, they say, is after I was talking to people over the time that passed, is basically PNMites, right? It's part, and I think it's the way the election and boundaries shifted that boundary, but it's mostly like in Princestown, right? And we know, we saw, we heard all the goodies that they were sharing out. Andy, somebody estimated it run into, if not millions, hundreds of millions, it went to close to $1 billion of the things that they were giving out. But you see, again, I'm going to remind the people that is going to finish. That is going to finish. And what's going to happen after that? You think they're coming back again behind all you? They're going to come back again when elections come in around. All you, hold on to that Maruga seat. Hold on to it with all your might. Don't let it go. We saw the good works that Mrs. Prasad Bisesa did in this country, and we know that she can continue it. Who want to say she weak and she this and she that? You understand? And I'm saying it, who want to backstab her still? Or they go right ahead. We will be there to take it out. We will be there to take out the knife from her back. And I don't want nobody calling me and telling me what I should talk about or what I shouldn't talk about. I am calling on Jack Warner this morning. Sir, we need you. I was very proud to hear the unions and them, especially the PSA, right? Talking about endorsing the UNC. You see, Andy, it had to take severe action for them to really come out now and start to talk, right? Because you see, we waited long enough to hear them talk since after 2015. But I think the OWT was still holding on to the fact that they might have gotten the refinery. Now he got to talk to a corrupt businessman. I don't know how rowdy does attract these people. But again, corruption attracts corruption, right? You got to talk to this man. He had all kind of thing about this man who was involved in corruption and you have cases pending against him or whatever to buy the refinery. Now they know they're not getting it. We could have tell all you that. In 2016, him but lied to you all. He said all the T's were crossed, the I's were done. UNC can't do that. It's only PNM can do that. Well, he surely what PNM could do. He surely what PNM could do. Right? So let us now show PNM what we could do, what we, the citizens of this country, could do. Now this morning I'm hearing on the radio station 277 bursaries were given out. Who got that? Who got that, Andy? Is that election goodies? But you see, let them go ahead, and I'm still telling the people, take what they give all you and vote all you out. Because come after elections, you see what he did the last election 2015, right after he closed on carrying the greens, and he lied and said that they were not bringing in money, and they were bringing in 700 and something million in foreign exchange. They won an award just before Rowley closed them down. They won, I think it's the Norris Day, the Rhine Award or something like that. Rambarat was still the Minister of Agriculture. They won an award, and you shut down that company. Rowley is destroying this country, and at any PNM Blue Fly want to come after me, all they come. All they come, I drink enough honey and lime, all they come. You understand? We need help. We need help. We need to unite to get rid of this PNM government. And now, although I'm talking unity, right? We are not going to stand up and allow anybody to push Kamala Misasa around. We are not going to do it. I don't care who you are. It is not about you. It is about the country. Okay? And all who want to say, yes, we help him, but behind the scenes, all is still bad talking the woman and bad talking the party. No, that is not unity. Let us see genuine unity going on here, right? Let us see it. Because we cannot take another 5 years of PNM governance. We cannot do it. Look at, just look at it. The man got himself involved now every time. If it's not Maduro, it's this man from India, it's somebody else. It's somebody else. How much more destruction can this country take? How much more suffering are we going to take? Right? And I'm saying it again this morning. I don't know when it's going to be our next protest, but I'm saying it big and bold this morning. Who don't want to come out? Or they sit down home. Sit down home and complain. Right? Don't show him that it have numbers out there. Or they sit down home. Who's stopping anybody from coming out? Only go right ahead. We are going to come out. We are going to show them. We don't need no such a big numbers. Whatever small voices we have, we're going to raise it loud. We are going to raise it loud. And we are going to come out there to show Keith Rowley enough is enough. And now I think that the unions are on board. You're going to see now how they're going to start to share more bribes to the unions and them. And I just hope that they are sensible enough not to take it. People, we just passed, and nobody's making comments on how she won the other seat. No, and how they won the internals. They only concentrated on bashing the fact that she lost the Indian Walk Lagos seat. So what? She win one, she lose one, right? That's how it works. That's how the universe rules. But we have to win this election. Whenever it is called, we have to win it, because we cannot take another 5 years of Keith Rowley, because we know all their plans. Let me tell all you something. You see all what Mrs. Prasad Mr. talked all about presumptive tax and all of that. It is coming, because so far, everything since 2015 that Mrs. Prasad Bisesa predicted what the PNM is going to do, it came to pass. And this is going to come to pass. So all the little snow cone man, the bacon shack vendor, all the burger people, all of them who selling the little thing, they come in after all you. Because you know what? The country has no money, and they're greedy for money. But because they take most of the money and they're bribing people for election. Andy, thanks for listening to me, and you have a good one.
And do it once more. Call him out. Ask once more. Call him out again.
Where is Mr. Jack Warner? Mr. Jack Warner, the country needs you, right? I'm not saying the UNC or PNM or whoever, right? I am saying that the country needs you. And we will appreciate it very much if you can come out and give us your assistance. Thanks a lot, Andy.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Bang, 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 bang.
Hey, 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 hey,
Oh Lord.
Hold, Andy, hold. Let me see who else understand the call of Miss Santa Cruz. Let me see who else want to make the call.
Bang, 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 bang.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Because all is still on, all it means people start to understand that with the general election coming in 2025, we cannot afford to be doing no postmortems out of government with them still there. We have to make sure that in 2025 the postmortems would be people understand, people unite, people stand up, people come out. People put their differences aside because nobody is bigger than the problem right now. The problem is the PNM, Rowley, and the government. I have something to play with in the next half an hour or so. An interview with Jack Warner on my co-host Mikey K program, The Observers. Wednesday going here. Who gonna make the cry too as Miss Santa Cruz? Who gonna ask? So let me ask. Where? Mr. Warner? Where is Mr. Warner? Mr. Warner is a needed man in all of it right now. At the end of the day. At the end of the day, within the politics of 9 years, the only person bring that vigor back in the politics with people rejuvenated, people feeling to fight the fight, people coming out is Mr. Warner. Where is Mr. Warner? Ting 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 ting. Where is Mr. Warner? Andy, my son, you are doing a good job. Although sometimes it is both me and all up, Andy. You on the ground report. Mikey K, Lennox Smith, you all doing a good job. A better job than many other people out there. Thanks, Mr. Warner. Thanks, Mr. Warner. Thanks. You don't have to thank me. The young people don't have to thank me. I have to thank y'all for keeping the fight for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Where is Mr. Warner? Is there somebody don't want Mr. Warner? I don't know, boy. The line's open. I'm asking you, the people, because I want to ask in my co-host Lennox Smith, because at the end of the day, where is Jack Warner?
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
I can't imitate that man at all. I exhibit, but my voice is different. Mikey would have done a better job. All of you all who have Mr. Warner number, send him a message now. Tell him log on to the Ground Report, because many people are asking, where is Mr. Warner? Many people are saying we can't move forward without Mr. Warner. Some will hate what was being said, but rather to stay in opposition, by. Some will like what is being said because they want the PNM go, because they understand the PNM is the problem. Look, everybody saying, well said, Miss Santa Cruz. And many of you have Jack Warner number. Many of you that listening. The Arima team, the Andy for Grandy team, most all here. Let me see how much all here. No, it have no way on Real Media TT on Facebook, Real Media TT on YouTube, that all of you, none of you, do have Jack Warner number. He up. That man is get up 2-3 in the morning. I show you up. Noel Brown. Noel Brown. You have Dr. Yeah, you have no Jack Warner number? Call him. Tell him log on to the program. Creed. Call Jack Warner. Kenrick Passar. Call Jack Warner. Nick. Call Jack Warner. Ramroop. Call Jack Warner. Ole can tell me Ole had a man number, you know. Marilyn Ciceran. Green Matrix. Look at how much Ole here. Ole telling me nobody called Jack Warner yet. Mira from Princess Town. All of you. Samlal Singh. Call Jack Warner. Biggest. Nira. Judith. Sherian Shapad, Ali Trini, Lestra, Sharon, Monica. Look at how much all here. Biggs, Nikki, watch. Bujam John. Tell me, look at how much. By now, I sure Jack Warner been. There's a very powerful program. The editors this year when we talk. Yeah. The Auditor General this year when we talk. Coleman Bird this year when we talk. The opposition, yeah, all of them. Arnold Roberts, everybody. My good friend, Dave Tanku, everybody. Peter Canhai, everybody this year when we talk. Wade Mark, Arnold Ram, Kadisha Amen, Dr. Rudal Munilal, Jolene John, Senator Lyda, Senator David Naked, where is Jack Warner?
Bang, bang, bang.
Who vex lost in nobody? Pick up, hey, Olia, I done that already. They PNM win back the elections. I don't know it have no hope. A man who have nothing to lose has everything to gain. So I don't put water in my mouth to say nothing. Because I am very, 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 very serious. On the grounds of unity. On the grounds of people putting their personal differences aside. And not for the UNC do it alone and stay alone and stand alone. That's PNM. At UNC I'm proud. But I will never want to pick up the PNM dirty phrase of disunity. Hence the reason always the PNM going to do it alone. They will stand alone. I have confidence that Kamala Prasad Bisesa have matured to the extent having to handle the people partnership government with all those big-minded people, men, all those men, still keep it together, still do a good job. I believe that the honorable lady are the one most capable still in being in government, and we all uniting. I not letting history make me no fool. History always show that when all the forces unite, the PNM loses. It's a fact. I don't know who's elephant in what room, outer room, in a room. Because I may say the same thing for Gary. I may say the same thing for Philip. I may say the same thing for all the various small parties. But what I want to say is, all the small parties too have to understand. If UNC already have 19 seats, that UNC seats, all they can want to come with a taxi. I want to move with a whole train. Don't watch UNC seats. Don't say, well, they had to give no stronghold or one of them seat and them kind of thing. Stay away from that. Stay away from that talk. At the end of the day, there are various people with various egos that could make a contribution. Some people will call Gary Griffith Rattlemouth. Some people will say he has no patience, he go burst, but he can make a contribution. Some people will say Philip Alexander. We can make a comeback, and I really and truly don't really trust him. I being straight. It are people I don't trust. But at the end of the day, I rather be around to watch Kamala Prasad be Sessa, massage a partnership, and do just what she do. Good job. Than to be in the background. When I go in the hospital, I can't get my surgery. This wrong, that wrong, everything wrong. Because people with big egos that not understanding the country problem is bigger than them. That continue to think about just themselves. I like the other day, Philip Alexander. I don't want to be nothing part of what Gary is. Endorse so. Then again 12. All that behavior by all here. Including various people within the UNC. That's not going to get we in government. You know. All that will be doing is leaving us in a position to continue to cry, hurt, and the pain and pain we through. You know. Them don't give a damn. The country going through. And 5 more years at them, we done. They will never be able to attract foreign investment in Trinidad and Tobago just so, due to how they operating. I am not seeing businesses in Trinidad and Tobago and the businessmen in Trinidad and Tobago looking to pump to build no new business in Trinidad which will create employment. I've seen them leaving and going Guyana, Grenada, Jamaica and those places. Understand? And all politicians and political parties had to get the hands at the end of the day. The UNC are the stronger and the dominating party. And all they care want to come there or want a high unity and bullying or getting on or however it go. But the people of Trinidad and Tobago understand that the only way out is unity. Unity. And the people of Trinidad and Tobago that have a modicum of common sense, that understands this, is the ones that will be calling out for unity without fear or favor. Internal elections done, it's time to move on. And the big question people are asking, I'm a talk show host for years, my phone ringing off the hook. And everybody asking one thing. Where is Jack Warner? We need Jack Warner. The interview will tell us that I'll be paying in a little bit. Where Jack Warner took an interview on my co-host Michael Kerr program, The Observers, 2 days ago, Wednesday.
Bang, 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 bang. The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
So by now, I'm sure he's supposed to be listening because people find he hiding. We want to know if he have a problem. If it is that what we want to know. Where is that going to? Where is that? get going so, boy. Yes, sir. The zombies just come, yes, sir. It's gone. But what alarm is that? Do you know what alarm here on this program? Jack playing an instrument? No. Let me go to the lines again now. But did you all call Jack Warner and told Jack Warner look onto the ground report? Because people are asking for him. That no S or buts or maybe. The vamping up on the hype of the local government elections that went. The new federation of people, inspiration of people, especially the East-West corridor. The man who bring that within the UNC is no other than Austin Jack Warner.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
It's a fact. Let me take a call there. The observers are still waiting for a natural copy of that interview. Because I ain't get to see it. I ain't get to see it. It's a fact. There was nobody else within the UNC that was able to reunite or make the Kunta Kentes and them of the East-West corridor come out. The man is the most influential person when it comes to black voters, when it comes to people. It have many other people that are very inspirational, that the Kunta Kentes and them there's lock on to or believe in. People like Arnold Roberts, people like Wayne Mark, people like Jolene John, back then it's people like Rodney Charles, understand, I am not saying that them incapable, everybody that I call there have their support base and their people, their influence, and they're damn good in what they do. But when it's coming to the person who we are calling for, Austin Jack Warner, he is great in what he does. And that's a fact. I forget to even call Kunta Kinte Andy Williams. But I still don't have the command that all these African people just so neither. I talking the truth, the pit bull do all that. Look, I am not putting myself aside. Mikey K. Gordon we does too. Just like the Arnold Roberts and all. But he and all understands Lennox Smith and ex-Kunta Kinte, dancing encyclopedia, break dance like if it's Rowley, them spirit in he. Bad spirit, a kind of dance there, I don't know what's going on with that kind of dance. But at the end of the day, he understands and all that he and all, though he have control over the Kunta Kentes out there, and more than that. I too, Mikey too, Anil too, Wade Mark, Damian Lider, my boy from Tunapuna up there, Senator Naked, Jolene John, Kadisha Amin, and I'm calling them. But the fact remains that the person who commands the majority of the Kunta Kintes in Trinidad and Tobago is none of us other than Austin Jack Warner. It's a fact.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Let me see if I get that video. I want to play that video in the. Let me take this call here, and I want to get that video with that was played with that interview with Jack Warner on the Observers, my co-host Mikey K's program. I want to hear it. I didn't get to hear it. You send it link. Yes, correct. Ann Brown, Sir Anil Roberts is a boss. Lyndon Mark too, boss. Farley, boss. But not Farley, not Lyndon, not the Pitbull, not Jolene, not Kadisha, not Anil Roberts, not Rodney Charles. Let me call the African people within that are outside they powerful. Not David Mohammed. Who is that calling there? Trying to fix something here by the time there. Hold a minute. It's a fact they must know influencers. And it's a fact Jack Warner will have to play a major role in the upcoming 2025 general elections. Unity must take place in order for we to be victorious and defeat the PNM. Let me see if I get that video, because I will want everybody. Hi, this get Jackie Jacket, Jim Boots. When it coming to certain things, fact is fact. Oh God, just now, Lyndon Mark are trying to fix something here. Let me see if I hear you good. Go ahead, Lyndon Mark, go ahead.
Good morning, Andy. How are you doing?
All right, but meanwhile you talk now, trying to fix something here. I'm trying to get something here.
All right, okay. So am I live right now?
You're live, so don't curse or nothing. You know? I don't know if he's a fella this curse and thing, you know.
No. I was just double checking. Well, let me say good morning to you and everyone listening on the station. Andy, I hear you on calling for Austin Jack Warner, right? Mm-hmm. And I want to also say, you know, now is the time that true leaders will emancipate themselves, because we know directly 10 years is a very long time of a lot of hardship. We saw the government putting the country into over $6 billion in additional debt. We saw the ridiculous spending along with all the monies that they have borrowed in Trinidad and Tobago, especially the loans that we still have to pay back to the Chinese, right? Let me share something with you. This is going to take really unity, and the unity has to start from the leader herself. Now, I was fortunate to go to Siparia for the internal elections, and I was also glad to meet some of these persons for the very first time. Let me share this to you. For this election to be truly won, is going to need all the amalgamation of everybody. That means the persons of all the minority parties in collaborating with the main party. Because let's be very realistic. We know 2025 general elections, there is no third force party that can take this election by storm. So most likely what is going to happen, because there is a need to kick out this government, people are going to have to amalgamate. So the question is the UNC now going to amalgamate with everyone, bringing everybody at the table to have that realistic conversation? Because I think it needs that conversation now. I was also very happy to hear the trade union movement indicating that they are, giving their backing behind the United National Congress for, backing them for the general elections. I think these are the conversations we need to have now, because we can't go like this for another 5 years. This country just saw the government literally burn through $5 billion of a heritage stabilization fund, or we lost that kind of money, and there is no real accountability by the finance minister. We can't go like this. So I think literally we need to call for a real amalgamation, and that means having the very uneasy conversation. First, the leader will have to, from what I have seen through the internal elections, it is clear that the Star, the Patriots, they are going to have a very serious conversation on the uneasiness. And I have to say that because realistically, as an independent observer, these are the things we notice through numbers, yeah? So whatever needs to be addressed there, I hope that they have that serious conversation with the members of the Patriot team, and that when they have amended those issues internally, then they can now call for the amalgamation of, Gary, Michaela Pandey, Philip, all these minority persons out there with their smaller parties, because we need to understand that this is the time where the army of the dead is moving in on us. So we need to have that form of amalgamation. If we cannot even put aside our petty differences to unite for the real common goal of kicking this party out,
the smaller parties too have to understand that they can't want to ask for too much. You can't want for me to join. I want superior seat, or I want a UNC seat. That's madness.
Andy, I hear what I'm saying to you. I hear what you're saying. But the only positive way forward is for us to now have that meeting around the round table and see what can be discussed there. Because that's the kind of leadership. Think of this like the Game of Thrones, yeah? You have one army of the dead, that is the Prime Minister, right? Moving with his army of the dead literally coming. And you would have had to bring the Jon Snows and the Daenerys Targaryens and all the other persons at the round table. We need to unite. This is a conversation now that true unity has to override every little pettiness. If it can't work, then what's going to happen is the smaller parties may get some what you call votes, right? But then it will then boil back down to winning of that particular seat. We have 39 constituencies in Trinidad. We need to look at those 39 constituencies very closely, utilizing the data and the statistics, and work in those areas that needs to work, and the potential areas that needs to work on those areas that needs the potential work. Forget what is called the safe seats. I don't believe in safe seats, but at the same time, those seats that you believe are sure, work on the areas that really need the work, literally. I also want to say the by-election did show me that more works would probably have to be done in Indian Walk. Just looking at what we are seeing, and some of those east-west corridors that, will need the work. So if we could all pitch in to push for that amalgamation at some point, and, you all have that conversation with the chairman and the persons there, make sure to address the critical core issues within the party first before you call for the amalgamation of everyone out there, then I see us going somewhere to kick this party out, because we need to get them out. We can't stand 5 more years of this.
And I like how you talk. And watch, before you go,
yes,
you mentioned something which is truth, and I watched that picture. I watch how everybody really hate each other, but it come a time where they had to unite. And you call it the what? The Game of
Thrones. This is the time now. This is the time. Andy,
you're hearing it? You're hearing that background?
Yes, right, brother. Yes, right, brother.
That's why I always had this background. Because I watched that picture just like you. I understand.
That is what we're talking about.
And learned from that picture too.
That is what we're talking about. Right, so have a good day, Andy, and to all the listeners, have a wonderful Friday.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith. More FM 104.7.
I was going to the Oval one evening, and I stopped as it was drizzling, and a radio station was on. And on that radio station, which was my favorite station, but it was on in the vehicle I was in, a most vulgar and outrageous radio program was on the airwaves, called the Ground Report. You all remember that? In that report, it was the nastiest, dirty. As a matter of fact, what caught my attention was how filthy the program was on our airwaves. And I was asking myself, how could this be permitted on the airwaves of Trinidad and Tobago? Election or no election. And it was all about me and my father and my mother and this, and I had raped this, and I had done that, and the Ground Report. They want to know what the plan is? The plan is to put an end to this.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith. The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, what it is. Because I also want Magili Santa Cruz and Tunapuna, many other people will want to add and continue to add their voices to what is being said. Miss Santa Cruz made the first call. Where is Jack Warner? People want unity. We understand too the various individuals that we are dealing with. Some of them have small maxi, small vehicles, but want to come to demand for the bigger party. We have to go into this thing reasonable. We have to all have great humility. Whether we like somebody, we don't like somebody. We all cannot be thinking like Basdio Pandey before he died. As a former prime minister, and a great one he was, my only problem with him is going down in his grave hating Kamala Prasad Bisesa and not wanting to attack the PNM, because attacking the PNM will weaken the PNM, which will give chances to Kamala Prasad Bisesa being a prime minister again. And he was thinking that he don't want that. So you rather stay quiet. Michaela Pandey, technically the same thing. Where all the fight was. Everybody that's ready ahead only when it's internal elections. I ain't hearing from Vassan Bharat these days. I hope Vassan Bharat is listening to the program and understand unity is strength. Give Kamala Prasad Bisesa a call. At the end of the day, she's the leader of the UNC.
Bang, 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 bang.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Who want to hear the pitbull? Who want to hear the Ground Report? It's up to you now. But our trend from today onwards will be unity. Our trend today onwards will be all hands must be on deck. Because I am sure the godly little lady, Kamala Prasad Bisesa, is well capable of steering steering that car or flying the plane. She did it under people partnership government with a lot of ambitious people, men. She had her ups and downs, but at the end of the day, she did it. So nobody can tell me that Kamala Prasad be says not capable of doing it now. They only don't so change that lady at all. She's the best prime minister ever passed across Trinidad and Tobago. When it comes to caring for the senior citizens, when it comes to caring for children, when it comes to caring on the whole, the rest of them they care, you know. But at a point, this political piper we are there, Spranger, Dr. Rowley, he don't care at all. So it's better we get back somebody that actually clear than to have somebody that just don't care at all. So to all you small parties, to all you with in and all the UNC that fight in your own party, what says thou? Would you all unite for the people? Or you all go down dying like Basdio Pandey? Make a choice. I can't take no more calls. Let me just go pay some bills. When we come back, we will take some calls. And in the 8 o'clock hour, we will organize and get that interview. Wake up, everybody. The interview with Jack Warner 2 days ago on the Observers program, my co-host program, Mikey K's program, 2 days ago, Wednesday. He interviewed Jack Warner. I ain't get to watch it yet. I like things to come to me one time. When everybody watching, I watching. When everybody listening, I listening. Because the big question many people are asking again is, where is Austin Jack Warner? The thing that everybody's also saying is, he have to play a major role in order for we to defeat the PNM in the upcoming general elections. All what I'm saying, I'm not saying this to make enemy with nobody. I'm saying the truth. The truth. And if the truth will bring enemies, so be it. Because the greater good is the people. And I will always concentrate on the greater good, having a second chance at life after taking 6 bullets. I ain't going down so. Rowley had to go. PNM have to go. By any means necessary. I don't want no post-mortems of no defeat and PNM remain there. I don't want that. I want post-mortems of all the wrong that they did. The Bliss issue. The disorder issue. The Nelson issue. The issue with the Auditor General. That the same way if I do a wrong, I could make a jail and have to pay the price for it. That the postmortems that I want to talk about. Not if we do this and if we do that. Rowley went to get our next 5 years. 15 years? Oh God, boy. All you wanted dead or what? And carrying me down too? I not on that. I not on that. I reach the stage. Victory or nothing. In order for Trinidad to grow, PNM and Rowley have to go.
Bang, bang, bang.
Call out everybody in the 8 o'clock hour, please. Everybody. Call all your MPs, UNC MPs, senators, councillors, the people that are there to make the decisions accordingly for what the people wants. What the people want is unity. Call out all your PNM counterparts. Yeah, PNM supporters, all listen to the program. Yeah. Call out all the MPs, councillors, and the people that will have the influence to hear how they're going to be defeated. Not by having the president and no independent institution is independent. Call them out. Call out everybody, the 8 o'clock hour. Where is Austin Jack Warner? In the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to find out.
Bang, bang, bang.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
I'm saying it plain too. Only bring Robert Amar and all onto the table. Everybody that in their way and mean that as leaders and that could organize and contribute something towards Trinidad and Tobago development, and we moving forward or in unifying the masses. Let's talk to everybody. In talking, we gonna know who stays small-minded like Pande, or who understand the bigger picture. It's not yourselves, but it's the people of Trinidad and Tobago and the betterment of all of us. We gonna know all who for themselves their petticoat go show it will. Let me just watch, but that must not stop us for calling for the unity of the masses. Sorry about that. Let me go in the 8 o'clock hour earlier. We're going to think about that. I have to organize and go and take a break and come back, because when we're running in the 8 o'clock hour, I will just have one stop for a break. Calling Austin Jack Warner. Calling on Austin Jack Warner. Where are you?
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith. More FM 104.7.
I was going to the Oval one evening, and I stopped as it was drizzling, and a radio station was on. And on that radio station, which wasn't my favorite station, but it was on in the vehicle I was in, a most vulgar and outrageous radio program was on the airwaves, called the Ground Report. You all remember that? In that report, it was the nastiest, dirty. As a matter of fact, what caught my attention was how filthy the program was on our airwaves. And I was asking myself, how could this be permitted on the airwaves of Trinidad and Tobago, election or no election? And it was all about me and my father and my mother and this, and I had raped this, and I had done that, and the Ground Report. They want to know what the plan is? The plan is to put an end to this.
Looking for top quality and affordable hardware supplies? Then look no further than Midland Hardware, number 97 Eastern Main Road, Aruca. We stock a wide range of tools, water tanks, blocks, lumber, steel, and everything you need for your home and business project. Check out our new display of steel windows and assorted designs of metal curtain rods. Mitlin also stockpiles sand, gravel, topsoil, and more. We have a variety of kitchen faucets, face basins, and toilet sets, bathroom mat sets, all garden tools, hand tools, generators, power washers, and water pumps. Customers can make payments via links, credit card, online payment, and cash on delivery. WhatsApp 327-7761 for free quotations, or give us a call at 646-2144. Open every day, Sunday to Sunday from 8 a.m. From foundation to finish, it's all at Mitlin.
Black is elegance. Black is seductive. Black is sexy.
Hyde and Fauk presents Black and Sexy.
Black and sexy.
You couldn't get me physical down. Nigga,
An exclusive party experience.
June 22nd from 10 p.m.
At the Police Mess, Sickler Road, Stage.
Black and sexy DJs for the night are
DJ Ramona and DJ Darrell.
Kevin Baker and Beats by Robin.
The massive Dr. Hyde and Rise International. Black and sexy.
Tickets cost $100. You pay more at the door.
And available at Bobby's Bachelorette,
Sammy's Seafood Arima,
No Luna Baruka,
Hunty's Outlet,
Fauk's Barbershop Mova, and at the Police Mess in St. James.
For more information and tickets, call 303-5920
or 748-0085. Black and sexy.
Black and sexy.
Saturday, 22nd of June at the Police Mess, Long Circular Road, St. James.
Sponsored by Tech Flex, powered by 104.7.
Big body, what's up?
A lucky homeowner will win a brand new car. Yes! A brand new Mitsubishi Expander Cross. Yes, park in your 4-vehicle parking space. Limited availability. Get in a gear with DG Homes' newest gated community, Daniel Estate. The oasis of Canoopia will satisfy your needs for a new lifestyle. Beautifully designed, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, modern interior, sophisticated finishings, with superbly manicured landscaped green spaces, front and backyard included, starting at $1.65 million. Call now and book a viewing. 691-5659. Beautiful home, beautiful car, beautiful life. Home is DG Homes, Daniel Estate, Canoopia.
The More Music Festival pop-up is coming to a venue near you.
What's up?
And this Friday, we're coming to the Pink and Black Pub on Woodford and Faffin Street in Arima. Lots of ticket giveaways kicking off from 8 p.m. till More Music Festival, Saturday, 20th July, featuring Shalimar, Tanya Stevenson, Ravi and Nisha B, from the big band Karma, and so much more. Purchase your tickets now at the advertised outlets for a chance to win a brand new Honda City Hybrid, one of the many door prizes, and your favorite More FM DJs will be passing through. Look out for the massive Dr. Hyde, Hitman Howie T, King Kabuki, Music Library, and so much more. This Friday, the More Music Festival pop-up is coming to Arima at the Pink and Black Pub, corner Woodford and Faffin Street, Arima.
Hey, you! Yes, you! Need quality printing at affordable prices? Then look no further. At Graphic Source, we've got you covered. Take your project to the next level for all your designs and printing needs. From t-shirt printing to labels, signs, and banners. Look no further. Business stamps, flyers, tickets, and invites, just to name a few. With 2 convenient locations. Eastern Main Road, St. Augustine, opposite Massey Stores. And Arima Shopping Center, Broadway Street, Arima. Contact us today. 342-2664, 270-0428, or 360-8916. Graphic Source, the #1 source. You name it, we design it and print it.
Are you heading east this Friday or Saturday? Make Cabs Bar and Lounge Krabbe your number one choice for cold beers, great music, hot fries, tasty chicken, and unbelievable fish combos. From 4 p.m., join more FM's Starboy Kerry and yours truly Music Library. Cabs Bar, your one stop for cold beers, tasty food, fun, and yes, each and every Friday and Saturday, win a bottle on the spot at 11 p.m. Yes, complete on location, the entry form, and at 11 p.m. become an instant bottle winner. The one place in the east where the beers are very cold, the fries are very hot, and the chicken and fish combo tasty. So join the fun at Cabs Bar and Lawn at Curep.
Lauren saying cold out in New York City.
Saturday, 20th July, the More Music Festival welcomes dancehall reggae queen, Tanya Stevens. Tanya Stevens.
It's a pity you already have a wife, and me don't have a man in my life. Rude boy, it is a pity.
Reggae dancehall icon, Tanya Stevens.
Don't love you like I do. You need to know that.
The More Music Festival, celebrating 20 years of music. Saturday, 20th July, Concert Capital, Queens Park, Savannah, featuring Tanya Stevens.
Then I'm gonna one more night. Me love you, but if you ever miss the program one more time.
Tickets available now at advertised outlets only. For more info, call 221-4913 or see social media for details. Keywords More Music Festival.
Put food on your table. ADC is affordable. Shop at ADC Supermarket, Cleaver Road. A very comfortable and clean environment. These prices are unbelievable. Come see for yourself. We have the best alcohol prices. Don't miss out. Get those specials on liquor. Put food on your table with ADC Supermarket, conveniently located at number 4 Cleaver Road in Arima. Every Friday and Saturday is real vibes and live entertainment from your very own DJ Christian on Friday and Saturday. Everyone is talking about ADC Supermarket. Shop in comfort and in a clean environment with the best prices for all your grocery needs. Secured parking. Remember, free delivery. Put food on your table. ADC is affordable. ADC Supermarket, number 4 Cleaver Road in Arima.
Chinese and Ari Restaurant. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week,
6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
67 Western Main Road, St. James, opposite Steiners. Serving local breakfast items like sada, pies, fry and roasted baked with all your favorite fillings and assorted lunches.
Available from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Get pilau as low as $25 or get combination lunches from $25 to $40. Crab and dumpling on Fridays, 12 noon to 3 p.m. Soup Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. A la carte with burgers, fries, nuggets, gyros, loaded hot dogs. Just about anything you could think about. From 6 p.m. Sunday to Sunday. For more information, call 382-9347 to place your order. Chinese and Ari Restaurant. Open 7 days a week at St. James.
Every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life, because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
More FM 104.7.
I could be very, very disrespectful, Trinidad and Tobago, if it is. And my co-host and them always is understand. Let me say, because Mr. Lennox Smith at the end of the day is my co-host. We were supposed to be on together and the Spirit movement. And here, and I haven't introduced my co-host, Lennox Smith, for the morning. And it's of me to do that. But before I do that, I want to teach you, everybody, something. I once was a person used to take on people, bursts, have outbursts. And people like Lennox Smith, Mikey K, Santa Cruz, and many other people in their own way helped mold me that I could understand that it's not everything I will agree with in life or agree with what people are saying. I learned it. I learned not to have outbursts like what, and it's about unity. Like, for instance, like what went on within the internal elections with one of our very own MPs, or one or two of our very own MPs, and I wouldn't self go there. We all know it. We have to put differences aside. If I could do it, who is everybody else? And let us show how it was done. And most importantly, it was done by you the people, you the people, you the callers, you the listeners, you the supporters. And we all now eventually have to be on the same page and understand the country cannot move forward anymore with Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley, Stuart Young, Faris Al-Rari, Colin Zimsbert, this healthcare man that technically forced people to take injections. We cannot go about it like this anymore. And if me can do it, understand it, and know it, who is all these rest of big qualified, highly qualified people that are in leadership positions, that are influencers, just like myself and my co-host Mikey K, Lennox Smith, are influencers. Why it is they can't. So I want to use me as an example of it could happen. But it is based on the individuals. And we all will see in moving forward, wanting unity. The people that are for themselves and not for you. Which means the people that watching the bigger picture, which is to get rid of this government. Happy that the unions and them recognize it. I hope everybody else recognize it too. Let me say a pleasant good morning to Lennox Smith. Lennox Smith, oh boy, I have a video to play. I'm so sorry. You know, ladies always tell me sometime, Andy, sometime that Jumbie this movie too much, you know. But what I go say, boy, when the spirit movement, not Jumbie at all. You don't know about Jumbie now? Rowley's a Jumbie. When the spirit movement, things like that happens. Well, I know my co-host, Mikey K, going to join us in a little bit too. But I see both men are on, but I don't know if they're obligated doing something else. So I'm going to try Lennox Smith again. Lennox Smith, a pleasant good morning to you. If I get on to Lennox, well then. Lennox, you be in and say the people go feel your vex, and then the people will like you. Go say, you see, look what Andy do, and I did this unity thing now. So let me go down that road there. I hope you're not in no court thing helping people there right now. So let me call you again. Lennox Smith, Let me lead by example, you know. Don't thought feelings because I take all the time and you're not going and talk. So let me show people an example of what is unity and understanding. Lennox Smith, a pleasant good morning to you, my brother. Like Lennox and they all, because he's not that type of fella. But let me call for my next co-host there. Mikey K, a pleasant good morning to you, my brother. Nah, them line on them. Check all their mics. Because I seen on this side, you all getting some problems on that side. Let me organize to take some call while I put things in place to play this interview that took place Wednesday. Please go on the Observers. Yours truly, Mikey K's program. That interview was with Austin Jack Warner. Nice. Let me take some calls here quick on the issue of unity, on the issue of where is Jack Warner? Yeah, we calling for him. Well, let me make it short and sweet, eh? Morning. Morning.
Yes, Andy Tunapuna here.
Mr. Tunapuna, you really have to make it short and sweet, eh?
Right. Let me make it short and sweet. Andy, I want to ask you if you could change the format of the program this morning.
I can't do that at all. It's all about this morning. Again, it's a unity call. I can't do that. I'm so sorry. Changing the format is changing my vibes and them kind of thing. I can't do that. It's interfering with what have to happen. What's supposed to happen in order for all of we to get rid of the taxing, lying, thieving government called the PNM. I can't take that kind of thing. So let me organize and load in that video by the time. Let me. Yeah. I want to change no program with respect to each and every one. Today, Friday. The program trend starts today. Because it have elections to win very soon. Nice. So let me check that day now. I'm going to take one day call by the time. Yes. Short and sweet caller.
Andy, 2 days ago, Mr. Jack Warner was on television and he said he's willing to assist. So I want to say clarion call to Mr. Austin Jack Warner. Get on board. We need you. You said you're willing to assist, so we know you know what's going on, and you are hearing me right now. So come on board. We need you to get out this nation from here. We need you. Come on, Jack.
Wow. Morning, caller.
Hi, good morning. Dear Elijah.
Boy, Miss Roadbrook, Mommy Roadbrook, all kind of Roadbrook. A pleasant good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Andy. Andy, I agree 100% that we need unity because we are fighting. The PNM is a set of terrorists. They are a set of gangsters. And we have to come with a bunker ammunition to deal with these people. Andy, what have me upset is the fact that the people in... Hello, you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Oh, all right, good. Yes. I find, Andy, it should be so easy. It should be so easy. After these people saw what went on in this country for 9 years, the majority of people like myself was under pressure, some kind of pressure or not. So I think people should be waiting and they should be anxious and they should be ready to go and vote. But Trinidadians not like that. Something wrong with the hairs of plenty people in this country, and that is the problem. Yeah? And you think about it, Andy. Okay, we want unity. You see, like Mr. Warner, because I have seen the performance of Mr. Warner. when he was Minister of National Security, it's the first time in my life I get a passport in 1 week. But people don't ever see the good you do. But whatever little thing that might have been bad, the haters could be bringing that up. You understand? I saw his performance, and here, if he had stayed there, Trinidad would have been a gem. You understand? But the people, they just, you know, and another one, Gary, if the NTA, if they come in, it's okay, because I have seen the performance of Gary Griffith. People always look on the negative, but I look on the positive side. And if he was still Commissioner of Police, we wouldn't have so much people dead in this country by the bullet. You understand? So when we look at all of that, that is where I want unity. But Andy, they have people in this country that was under a rock for 9 years. When election is coming, they can't just come from under the rock and they have a party. They have it's Juve. They have a party and they want to jump into cause to make a coalition. When you just come from under the rock, and I can form up a party now and jump in. And they're so bold faced when they come in. They want to be in the government. They want to say seat. They want their seat. They want. They're not coming to get anything to Trinidad and Tobago. These people who come in with these small parties and want to be party thing is about them. We want people who interest is about Trinidad and fixing Trinidad and Tobago. You understand? And doing things to make life better for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. You understand? Governance is not a parlor. Trinidad is not a long-time parlor where every Tom, Dick and Harry could jump in and say they want unity. We don't want that kind of unity, Andy. We want real unity, strong unity. We want unity like steel. We want unity with a foundation that when we get into governance, because, you know, we ain't going there to lose again, you know. We're not going there again to lose. So we want unity, but we want a strong, genuine unity. We don't want every mocking pretender to jump in because they want this and they want that and they want that. The only reason for unity should be that they have Trinidad and Tobago at heart. You understand? They have fixing Trinidad and Tobago at heart. They have the people of Trinidad and Tobago at heart and not their own selfish needs and their ego. So it is a very, very serious thing. I 100% for unity. You understand? But when you have you're going to run a government, that is serious business. And after this 9 years, you think we want to get into any tribalist reform of government and every Monday morning is a bacchanal with these people? No, they have to mature politically, change their mindset, and then all they can do is say, they can come in real, come in strong, come in serious, and know that this is serious business. We have to fix this country, Andy. We cannot go on as we are going on. You understand? And the people of this country, I swear some of them should be in sentence. Because you can't be hating this one, and I don't like this one, and I don't want, without a reason. I see the people, Kamala Prasad, I don't care what they say. I don't know what that woman do them. These people, you know, a strange Andy. I don't want to take every word for a strange Andy. How people have no respect and no appreciation for goodness and kindness. And they quiet like a lamb when it comes to terrorists and treating them like a beast. Now, Andy, tell me this, the people in this country, matter what? You look at the PNM. Oh, Jesus Christ, Lord Father in heaven, this Friday morning. They pick the president, not a damn dog back. They're controlling the judiciary. They're controlling the EBC. They're controlling everything. And look, let's last it now to tell you how this PNM government have no respect for the people, and the people have no respect for themselves, and they don't understand that they are entitled, you understand, to live good in this country with more respect and more honesty. You gonna tell me you get Faris Harari and them silk. Faris Harari still have Nelson Gate hanging over his head. So you want to tell me we can take on these people for the next 5 years, do what they want, when they want, how they want, breaking the law, disrespecting everybody, disrespecting everything, and these stupid people who have no value, and they said, accepting that? No, Andy, I believe in, that's why, and that thing I believe in unity. I want people to come in and join the UNC, but good people, not every Tom, they can have, you have to have a party, They quiet for the 9 years, they ain't come out to march, they ain't come out to say nothing, but now they want to jump out and say, they want, what the hell all they want to join a party, the coalition for? These people should be good enough to say, you know something, I am going to step aside, because I am of no relevance. I'm going to step aside, and I am going to help. I am going to work. I'll be going to unite together. We're going to unite together as brothers and sisters to make sure we get this PNM for this PNM to go. And let me tell you, Andy, let me face it. PNM, to get rid of the devil, it's not easier. So all of us, we have to band together. We have to say, it is we, not I. And if all of us band together, in a sense of real, true unity, out of love for Trinidad and Tobago, out of love for fixing Trinidad and Tobago, and not I want a position. Half of them is just position they want, And we had enough of that. We want good, genuine people who are going to fix this country and make life better. And we have to live better. We must live better. We want the PNM boots off with neck. We can't take it no more. You understand? Because Lord in heaven, if this PNM government, to the stupidity of the people, and some of them, you just, when election come in, just show them a blue dollar. Just phone them. Give them your phone number. And they don't understand the meaning of the vote. But I want to tell you this one. You see that day called election there? The 1 foot man, the vagrant, who ain't get water to bathe for the whole year, he entitled to 1 vote. The millionaire who dressed up in the fancy suit and might come out in the Prado, he has 1 vote. So people, the point is this. Every citizen of this country, on the day called election day, you are a VIP because you are going to decide how you want your country to be, how you want your life to be. No big shot man or no millionaire man vote is more than yours. His vote will be counted as 1. You, the ordinary man, and the ordinary people like myself, our vote is going to be counted as 1. So put value on yourself. Put value on your vote. Understand it's our country. Understand we have to fix our country. This is no time for bacchanal and say, and I like this one and I don't like this one and this one. No. We have to get together. I believe in unity. I want unity, but I want a strong unity. I want unity like steel, that when you see we take over this country, nobody or nothing ain't coming with petty stupidness and moving. Kamala Prasad be says son of Angie, and they catch up with the one. All you have to understand, a ship can only have 1 captain. And if all you can respect Mrs. Kamala Prasad be says and work together as a genuine team, well then here now, I'm telling all you flat, Rowley and the PNM, oh God, I hear now, you see me, my song bad. I want revenge for all what they do for the past 9 years. I'm looking for revenge. It might sound bad, but I'm looking for revenge. I don't care who say I know how to say that, but here now, I cannot wait to see the day, oh God, I can't wait to see the day when I see the back of all them terrorists called the PNM. So people, we could do it. We could do it. Don't let them fool you with $1. Don't let them fool you and say they gain your house at grant and this grant and the other grant. Because if they give you whatever it is when election coming now, they're going to take away that and more. Because if they get back in power, they're going to take the lives of you and your family. So people, be smart. And be blessed to you and all the beautiful people on the ground report.
Thank you very much. Next caller. Go ahead, caller.
Andy, good morning again. Well said, Miss Woodbrook. Well said. Right? Yes, I agree. We want unity. But we don't want no stupid unity like the last time. Nobody's going to come and mash up this party again. This UNC government again. Right? Andy, people have been asking me, right, why I made that call to Jack Warner. Andy, after I listened to his interview with Mikey, it frightened me. I'm not going to lie to you. It frightened me that we are in deep mess in this country. And if something is not done soon, PNM is going to remain there forever. And as you rightly say, PNM win again. Pack your bags and go. But unfortunately, Andy, a lot of us can't do that. Right? And people, and as I say, people have been asking if we trust these people. Here, listen to me. Sometimes your own spouse do your thing. And you make back up with them, but you don't trust them as far as you can spit. But you still have a little trust in them. But we have to step out in faith. And they are not going, it is going to be airtight this time. They are not going to mash up anything or any government. And I want to say again, now, I know we have a NATEX, but Mrs. Pasabi says is also the leader. And she has the last say. So whatever they decide, she has the last say to say something. And if she say, yes, let us have unity, yes, let us have it. Right? Let us have it. All the naysayers in them, all get on board. Get on board because I like what Brooke said. We want revenge. We want revenge against the PNM. And let me tell you something, Andy. Rowley have no shame to say that unity with the JTM and UNC would not work. Rowley forget when he was courting JTM since 2011. He promised them all kind of things. He never gave it to them. But Mrs. Pasabi says never let down the unions and them. And they know that. That is why they agree now to come back on board. To come back on board with the UNC. So Rowley, I know all over you're making sweet eye because of this unity now. So here what? You pat yourself down. Pat yourself down and let us see how much more now you're going to put up to bribe people. And as Brooke rightly said, don't let that blue note fool all you. Don't let it fool all you because it is going to finish. It is going to finish. And I want to tell William McLeod something before I leave here. You say Kamala was the worst prime minister it ever had. You're right, boy. You know why? She gave all your laptops. She tried to educate all you. She tried to take all you out of the mental slavery that PNM had all you in. She tried to give all the flushing toilets and lavatories, but no, all you prefer the grocery bags and them that PNM was giving all you. You hear? That is what made her bad prime minister, because she tried to make this country a better country. And Rowley turned it into what? He mashed up the whole place. So if you want to say Kamala was a bad prime minister, the worst prime minister ever, go right ahead. Because you know what? All year, when pigs are accustomed living in mud, right? They don't know anything else. Andy, thanks a lot and take care.
Thank you so much, Miss Santa Cruz, for making that call this morning. Where is Jack Warner? What we want, and letting everybody know we want unity, but we don't want no real unity. And the last say is with the honorable lady that I know we see handler people partnership government already. And we all looking on. We all know what went on. But we all understand that with a government, a PNM government, a bunch of criminals, having all those independent offices, including the EBC, there's no way out for us other than unity.
So true. So true.
Oh boy, Mikey, a pleasant good morning to you. I get you. But
it's three parts. It's three parts, just to make it easier, because we had a little technical challenge here.
Oh, three different parts.
Let me say good morning to you. Yeah, let me say good morning to you, my brother Andy Pitbull Williams. Morning to Lennox Smith. I know he's not toting feelings. He sent me a message. He was a bit upset that you grabbed the spontaneity of the hypothesis, which means that you jet him out. But
well, I didn't know the hypothesis didn't mean that, so he could have come on and tell me that, and then I'd ask him what he mean.
Let me say good morning to Newbie and all the good folks that are locked on. So he there, man. He is there. Ms. Woodbrook said it and Ms. Santa Cruz said it, and all the callers this morning touching on that, very important. Look at the papers today. They say the circus is returning. Well, the circus has always been here for the last 9 years as far as we're concerned, and the way that we've been living. Pathway of an alliance between the trade unions and the opposition United National Congress to chaos, confusion, lavish corruption, and bitter disappointment. This is Rowley. This is Rowley expressing the way his government functions. He said it will lead to chaos, confusion, lavish corruption, and bitter disappointment. This is a man looking in the mirror. What you're so afraid of, if you know that's going to be the end result, why even take time out to comment on that, even though the media may have asked you or not? Why? Because suddenly they're running scared. Some of them who seem to want to benefit from the pixie dust kind of pulling back, and they kind of hesitant for what? I said it yesterday, if you didn't hear me clearly, history will never forgive us. Never, ever forgive us for not uniting. Because again, when we fight for people who aren't even born yet. Because when the question is posed to us from the juniors, why we as the seniors did nothing at this particular time to save this country, it will be quite a failure and a disappointment. He will never, ever forgive us. Regardless of what, this thing is bigger than anybody's ego, anybody's overblown ambition. It's bigger than your pettiness, your bitterness, your hatred, and the fact that you may be falling in love for that PNM pixie dust is bigger than all of that. And I want you to understand. And those again who feel disenchanted and say, well, no, because listen, you'll have a concern is the way how you're fighting the battle. I said it yesterday. Fox always catch the rabbit. Fox running for his dinner. The rabbit is running for his life. We must do this work and this battle as if our life depended on it. It's like how the PNM treated that by election, like a general election. We must treat this like our life depends on it and the future of this country depends on it. Keep that in your psyche and that will keep you laser focused. Don't be derailed by pettiness and small talk and shoo-shoo. And all of them who still whining and hating. You want change, you have to start changing your nasty, dirty ways. You want change, but you don't want to change? What nonsense you're talking about? I'm talking about, there's only 1.something million people in this country, according to Jack Warner. What third party? Who could come from where? There's a two-horse race. Anybody coming to interfere and try to throw things off is simply just giving access to the PNM pixie dust that they're benefiting from. We must unite. That's what uniting is equivalent to living better, which we want to live better. You ready?
I like that. Uniting is the equivalent of wanting to live better. Wow.
That's right.
Let me still putting up thing there. So let me open the lines by the time.
Yeah. Let's hear from the good folks on the outside. That interview was 17 minutes. So we know we have a countdown.
Yeah.
And we can put it in. So who's on the outside? Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago, or folks in Tobago, Silver Fox. Well, I say Mother Bernie, like I don't know, I ain't hearing from her at all. Some people might get rich and switch. The good people on the outside in Canada. We have friends here who came, of course, for the cricket, who are avid listeners to the Ground Report. Good morning to you and to everyone who's locked on across the Caribbean region and in North America and Europe.
And I want to tell all of the truth. Nobody can say there was PNM more than Malcolm X. But let me tell all you something this morning. I stand by getting rid of this government. We're actually showing we point blank, we going back to slavery. And who don't want to doubt it? Because whether Jack Warner, whether who, in your own house, you have sheep among wolves. So we have to study who is this and who is that. Why you think we only want the union and he talking about the union and he go talk about just imagine what we talking about corruption again. We only win an election because he say Manning and Colart and them was corrupted and the UNC and he win. And you have a man as finance can't go on holidays and can't answer for $3 billion. And then it have a next set of money in what they call it in tourism. Right? All you listen to this now, man. We have to come together and get rid of this thing, you know, because this thing ain't getting no good. And I listened to Mr. Amau had an interview playing yesterday. Andy and all you, if all you really listen to that boy, you ain't believe America dollar just now ain't go have no value. And in both boasting that he gets so much a US dollar. That must be counterfeit money, boy. That money ain't no good where you're boasting. That Trinidad gets so much $1 million US for what? Right now the US have to give away their money because it's the money, where they call it the euro and them big money coming in now. So Levy don't get stupid. And stay stupid. That's how the man say, all are we stupid. Trinidad and Tobago. This is not a time where you go put out your son and next week, when you watch how we going, you call him, you're sorry and this thing, you know. We have to put out this government, you know, by any means necessary. Let we forget the distraction, you know, and look at where we taxpayers' money going, who paying all the tax now, and who benefiting. I'm telling all you know, Rowley can't talk nothing about team, he can't talk nothing about gang. The 1% is he gang, and the 1% and the capitalism is he team. Them don't fight among themselves. All you watch out something. A East Indian and an African is married one another. Right? The Chinese and them, who they married in? All they watch another one now. The 1%. Them is, that family is keep so bond that they doesn't want nobody else come in the family. It's alleged they is married a cousin, the nephew, and all kind of things in order for nobody to come in. And now we seeing, we suffering, we paying tax and we ain't benefiting nothing. And when time for we to come together, we getting the black slave master telling me about unity and corruption. Boy, Rowley, check yourself, Dr. Rowley, is a disappointment, boy. It's a disappointment, and you see all who PNM people really know where Eric Williams in 1970 tried to give me. Morning to Mr. Nunes, boy. All you, Granger dead and gone, boy. Dave Dabo still alive, boy. All you watch where these people and them fight to do. Just now all them bank and them go back nationalize like how they nationalizing we gas. We go be begging people to buy we own gas. We pit clay. Trinidad. Lay we for you see Camilla? I believe woman is boss. Man lost the way right now. Man lost the way right now. Because man in himself know where is his future, where is his plan, because Rowley, Stuart Young, none of them can tell me. A woman is where we come out from the womb of a woman. And jump low, nobody in perfect. Nobody in perfect. And all who feel that if we join together with who we bring, everything will be perfect. It's only one thing perfect on this land. Is God. No man is perfect. And everybody is had their own agenda that they feel they're doing the right thing. Trinidad and Tobago, jump low. Manning tell all you dope Rowley and all you give Rowley a chance. Partner, I gain Camilla a chance, boy. I gain Camilla a chance because jump low. Camilla and them had all union leaders was on board. James Lambert was on board. All of them was on board under the UNC. So if the workers have a problem, you have to blame your leadership. You can't blame the government. This woman, Baptiste, she was in Minister of Labor, was a PSA woman. PSA still protesting more for things where they didn't get over 9 years or more years. Right? So let me look at we self good, check we own conscience. Because we just go and pray. God is a trinity, all kind of thing. All you check we sell, boy. If all you're satisfied with how this government running, all your country for the future, all your children, I come like Mr. Amar, boy. All you leave things to go how it's going, but I can't be in that. I ain't supporting that. We have to fight. And by any means necessary this morning, Malcolm X saying, all your bounce, all your head, and put back Rowley Day. And that 1% for the next 5 years, according to Manning, all you go eat the bread the devil need. Blessing to God, man.
Thank you very much, Malcolm X. Mikey, just send me the order. The order. What first, second, third?
I did send you the order.
Okay. All right.
All right. Let me think. You go.
I'm gonna take a next call by the time. One more call. One more. Morning.
Morning, Ground Report. It's only pixie dust all over the place. What I want to know, what they did with the 922 million US that they got from the energy company in Australia. Did it finish Balisay House?
Wow. Well, we go see. Wow. Nice. One more call while we organize to put this interview in place with Austin Jack Warner on the Observers. Right. Nice. Nice, Trinidad and Tobago. We're not taking any more calls. We want to play that interview that took place on Wednesday. Please go out on the Observers with yours truly, our truly, Mikey K. That interview with Austin Jack Warner.
Warner. Pleasant good evening, Mr. Warner.
Good evening, Mikey K.
It's a pleasure to have you on, and I hope you have a restful Labor Day, and so much is taking place. I want to get into the meat of it. Yeah, you made it quite clear that there was nothing grave that occurred during this recent internal election campaign in the United National Congress that should cause permanent damage. Expand on that.
I agree. Listen, there was a call for internal elections. The political leader of the UNC, Kamala Prasad-Bissessar, gave in and she declared the date for the elections. The elections were fought hard and well. One side won, another side lost. And for me, that should be the end of the matter. After all, the more important issue is how do we remove the PNM from office, and in particular Keith Rowley, who has been the worst prime minister this country has ever seen. So I don't understand the reason for people voting and calling names of the others and doing all kinds of things to divide the party, the UNC, and not focus instead on the PNM. I don't understand the reason for this. I really can't.
But what about those who would weigh in and say, listen, taking that in consideration, those who demanded for the internals, they did not think about this, that at this time, why should there be any process that may be perceived as destabilizing the party when the focus should be on dealing and preparing for the upcoming general election?
Mikey K, be that as it may, and it may well have been the way you have described it, but at the end of the day, that is now over. Let us now put that behind us and concentrate and point our guns at the People's National Movement. What is there to gain by calling names, by calling for Mr. Bissessar to go, by saying this and that? What is to be done? The same way rather ask the West Indies to rally, the West Indians, to rally around the West Indies. Why the hell we don't rally around Mrs. Prasad-Bissessar and see how we can remove this government from office? At the end of the day, there is no way Mrs. Prasad-Bissessar will go except through an election. So I don't understand what is this thing about. Let us spend our time and energy to fight the PNM, Mikey, please.
You know, many times in politics, things become a bit cloudy when you're dealing with perhaps those who are led and driven by egos, overblown ambition, bitterness, trying to carve out their own niche. How do you deal with that? How do you find that balance? Because the issue of trust is going to come up. Can I trust you? And we have seen how things played out with a former Prime Minister, Mr. Manning, and his deputy political leader, who is now the Prime Minister. That did not end well. How do you then find the balance here to move forward and fight and prepare for the next phase?
One must be politically mature and look and see what is the bigger goal. One must measure not how much one might win, but what one might lose. And if it means that in behaving that way you will lose the government next year in 2025, and if that does happen for the next 10 years, then for God's sake, it calls for a level of political maturity that is lacking in the country at this point in time.
But should there be a narrative on both sides? I mean, those who may want to reach out with an olive branch, and of course accommodations for them, but of course that will come with terms and conditions. How do you iron out those terms and conditions without losing focus on the big prize?
At the end of the day, I said, look, let's bury the hatchet, not in each other's back, but let's bury the hatchet and let us sit down around the table and let us understand that we are in this together. There is no way, and I mean, I don't care what anybody says, thing. But there is no way that the UNC can win the election on its own. There is no way. There is no way you can beat the PNM by UNC fighting on its own. And particularly after that Lengua Indian Road defeat. What has to happen, therefore, is that one must sit down around a table and strategize and see what we have to do and what we have to not do so as to accomplish our objective. What is our objective? To get into power, to get into office. Otherwise, we will have to account to future generations for where we have led this country. And if by chance the PNM were to get into office in 2025, I will tell you this, Mikey. Every young man, young woman should head to Piaco and jump on a flight and go up north. Because they will eat the bread the devil need.
Yes.
Sorry to be so.
No. I understand what you're saying, and I'm sure the viewers do as well. But what we need to take into consideration, and I'm just throwing this out, perhaps giving you a spin on it. But you have dealt with many of the politicians. You've been in many political quarters. How challenging is it for you to tell someone, listen, I need you to put aside whatever needs to be put aside and focus when you're dealing with people who may have deep-rooted insecurities? That, Jack may be coming in and he may be pushing me out, and this one may be pushing me out. I have been here. I have carved out my niche. I have been dedicated. I've been committed. How do you deal with that on a personal level?
You have to tell the persons who think like that this is not about them. This is about a country and about future generations. You have to tell them that the person who is important is not me, not you, not I, but the people, the young, especially young people. And you have to make them understand that it's now or never. Because I repeat, if by chance the PNM wins the election next year, for the next 15 years, if not 10 or 15 years, you have one government in office. Is that the burden we want to bear? Is that what you want to tell our children and our children's children that we have contributed to? I don't think so.
And let me ask you this as well. I mean, what's your takeaway from what transpired on Monday's by-election?
I think that the fact that the UNC got less votes in Quinam, Mondiablo, and got less votes in Lennox. UNC got less votes in Quinam, Mondiablo, and got less votes in Lengua Indian Road. That should send a signal to us that all is not well in what we believe to have been the UNC strong areas. All is not well. How the hell could the PNM get 400 or 500 more votes in Quinam, Mondiablo? How could they get 600 more votes in Lengua Indian Road and we lost 300? How could that be? Especially we lost the votes and we lost the seat in a corporation that is fully, almost totally controlled by the UNC. That is the problem, How could we, in a corporation that the UNC fully controls, how could we have lost? And I know some of the reasons, which I wouldn't suggest at this point in time. But the fact is this, we must use that as a wake-up call for what's happening down the road.
Yeah, and I wish you could have dived into it, but I know you're not going to do that at this time. But I need to ask you this. Now, there are three fundamental factors when it comes to a successful political campaign. One is timing, two is message, and three is money. How important is number three?
And three is the most important.
Yeah, how important?
Three is the most important because you, especially when you're out of office and you don't have the treasury at your disposal to give houses and lands and money to repair homes and all kind of foolishness. When you don't have that, you have to have money to send your message, to pay for your message using all the means necessary, including social media and regular media. You have to live on messages. You have to make sure that whatever programs you promise the people must be superior to what the other side offers. You have to make sure, and all that costs money. All that costs money. You have to make sure that the proper staff is trained almost a year in advance to know what they must do on election day at the election at the polling stations and so on. This calls for training, this calls for money, and a host of other things. So you need money. But to get money, you have to show businesses in particular that there is a possibility that you could win. And once they see that, they'll come running to you instead of you running to them.
So we have the timing, I guess. The message is there. I mean, the time is everyone's talking about change. The message is clear that this is basically the worst performing government in the history of Trinidad and Tobago.
Ever.
So that hurdle, as far as that challenge, which is money, is something that has to be obtained. And it seems as though when that is mentioned, many people just simply shy away from it and say, don't worry about that. Things are going to work out. We're going to have our people. Our base is intact. Our loyal soldiers are there.
Foolishness. And there are many businessmen also who make promises to you while you're in the embryonic stage of your campaign. And when the campaign progresses, they withdraw, They forget to make promises. They give you all kind of reasons. Boy, I can't give you 10, I can only give you 1, and so on. You have to be also on the lookout for those kinds of people, those kind of businesses. It's not easy. It is not easy. And that is why I'm saying we must sit down. Bring all the people together on a table, iron out the differences, and then let us as a party, let us strategize and see how we will get into office in 2025. Words help us.
Did it surprise you when, based on many of the political pundits weighing in and saying that the PNM fought that by-election as a general election? Did it surprise you?
It did not, because they wanted to send a message, especially the Moruga Tableland area. Why do you think they're doing so much work in Moruga Tableland? Why do you think they're giving so many people benefits from money to houses and so on in Moruga Tableland? Why do you think they're building so many retaining walls in Moruga Tableland? That's not by accident. They are targeting Moruga Tableland as one of the seats they have to win. They are targeting that. Are we targeting Torapuna? Are we targeting St. Joseph? No, we are not. And I'm saying, Mikey K, the time is not on our side.
And when you look at it, what stands out the most, I mean, as far as all that has transpired, whether it be crime, whether it be the economy, I mean, when you wake up on a daily basis and you read the headlines and you interact with people, I know you try to take it a little slower than you usually would have, but when you look at it now and you think about your grandchildren, what comes to mind?
I am saying they are in serious trouble. They are in serious trouble unless the kind of political change takes place that I'm talking about. And that is why I said, if in 2025, for some reason, the PM gets into office, every young man should head to Piaco and take a plane and go up the road, because that will be the end for them for years to come. And therefore, that is why I'm so strong. I'm so almost bitter that we should have this talk, this meeting of the mind, so to speak, and bring everybody together. Don't gloat and call them this and that and say if it was for this or that, we don't win Moruga Tableland or Lengua. Forget that. We passed that stage. There's nothing we can do about that. What we can do about tomorrow, let us do today. And in politics, that's everything. Let us do today what we should do tomorrow. That must be your goal.
There seems to have been a youthful turnout in the by-elections. And last time I spoke to you, you mentioned that you were a bit concerned about whether the young people were gravitating to the message. Have you started to see any change as far as that moving forward?
I see young people moving away. And that has me worried. But let me say this before I forget. One shouldn't put too much emphasis on the local government election, by-election, A by-election is one thing. A general election is something else. I recall when I formed the ILP, I was able to win that seat by beating my opponent 3-1.
Wow. Let me take the next one by the time there, Mikey. Mikey, pleasant good morning to you. Morning. Wow, I'll lose the next one just now. I'm gonna get the next. the next part. Mikey, but meanwhile, let me just put this thing together. Let me just organize this. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Was the wrong one? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do by the time because we have to get our next part. And then coming up next is Kabuki is in the studio. Generation Gap. Yes, coming up next is Generation Gap.
Yes.
Yes.
Gap.
Yes.
So keep your dial right there. The best music.
Yeah, but you talk by time. Right, just get this quick.
Monday. It will take you right back into Monday when we will be back, God willing, on at 6 a.m. So don't ever move your dial. Everything you want, your one-stop shop when it comes to good quality entertainment is right here on More 104.7 FM. And don't forget the Music Festival. We'll be talking more about that next week. The Music Festival is coming up. And definitely want to let the folks know where they can get their tickets. What we're going to be talking about, letting you know exactly when it comes to parking, access. So all of that, the big More Music Festival, we'll be discussing that with you next week, right here on the Ground Report. So yes, folks. Yes, Kabuki's up next. Generation Gap. As we make our way out. Ready, Andy?
Get in there. Close.
We had to break it up for you folks. Kind of last minute, little technical challenges, but that what is something.
Yes. Wow, but I must say, that interview on the Observers. That's
I
a
think
great
it says
interview.
it all.
Great.
It says it all.
Says it all, boy. It says it all.
And no one individual is bigger than this movement. Stand that. No one individual. They have an issue with this one or that one, or and as I said it yesterday, it have people upset because all of this talk about this Kamala. You have a problem with us showing love for someone who has shown us love? What's wrong with you? You hit your head as a baby, you wasn't hugged, you wasn't kissed enough. Your psychological.
Wait, tell him. You tell me if he hit his head as a baby.
As a baby, you wasn't hugged enough, you wasn't kissed enough. What is the problem? Kamala Prasad said it. I mean, she said, listen, the UNC will have leaders in the future. But will you ever have one that has shown you the kind of love that she has shown us? People have a problem with that. Well, you're only talking about that. Hey, you could switch your dial and listen to Ernie and Bert on the next station. Doesn't bother us. You could have a problem. You could grind how much you want. You could be as, negative, because that's all people do. Some people, negativity wholesale. There's a problem. We're talking unity now. Well, and everybody wants to weigh in on it. And when you talk about that, they believe they have the right to weigh in on it. And when you give them a rebuttal, you give them a reply, they're more upset than you. Well, I'm just saying, what? What are you saying? This is the ground report. Understand that. This is the ground report. This is where people lock on, because the opposing voices tell you exactly what's going on in the country. This is the ground report. Yes, it is pro-UNC. If you didn't know, you know it now. UNC and proud. If you didn't know, if somebody didn't tell you, if it wasn't crystal clear, that's what it is. So that we lay that out there to the fact that true patriots and people who understand what has to be done to save this country is locked on to this program Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. If you didn't know, well, you know now. Can't be upset. This is UNC and proud. Anything else? Check out Ernie and Bert. Check out the Pastor Duns. Check out whoever side. That is up to you. But let me clear the air on this if you have a problem with it. All right. Glad we settled that one.
Yes, we get through. We get through, but I'm watching this in minutes. So what we will do is Monday, I want to play over all three.
Continue on that.
Yes, I want to play over all three Monday, please go.
capture the essence
Yeah, they'll be
of
able
it
to.
all. So, folks, don't forget, all the folks that are locked on, of course, you wouldn't hear Lennox Smith tonight. He has a new location, and his dance class starts at 5 p.m. Marathon starts at 5. Come with your cameras, snacks. He may have some beverages on sale, and I hope that everything is. I know he's putting in a pool and a small tent and disco lights and what have you. So, you want to burn some calories? Register with the Lennox Smith dance class and burn that fat off. A lot of people didn't know Lennox was 350 pounds, and when he started dancing, that's what you have today. A man who is built and ready to move, very flexible. So you can register too and drop those pounds. Check out the Lennox Smith dance class every Friday.
Yes. Tobago, we have 2 minutes. But coming up next, we have to play the disclaimer and all those things there. Kabuki, Generation Next, right here on 104.7 More FM. Don't switch that dial at all. And as I said too, call everybody to the table, including Robert Amar. Until Monday morning, please God, we are out of here.
Disclaimer. More
right.
FM Limited, its owners
Disclaimer.
and associates.
More FM Limited, its owners and associates accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercially booked segment as the truth. That you have to judge for yourself. We, however, reserve the right to question statements made. But in this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and corruption, it is sometimes hard to get the truth. But we must try. It is not our intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe it is our constitutional right to free speech, to voice our opinion, and our duty to the population and country to expose the truth. More FM Limited takes no responsibility for the opinions of others.
Chinese and Ari Restaurant. Open for breakfast and lunch. 7 days a week. 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. 67 Western Main Road, St. James. Opposite Standard. Serving local breakfast items like sada, pies, fry and roasted baked. With all your favorite fillings and assorted lunches. Available from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.